Hi guys, welcome back to S Chamberlain 5150's YouTube channel. So we're back in Michigan with all this snow and ice and everything. I'm just kidding, we're in Texas. Look at this. This is wild. Texas. This is in the little field next to the shop. Just half-inch of ice on everything. Everything's ice. Ice there in the trees, and it's cold, and this shop is insulated, and we got the smallest heater finally. So we're gonna go over today on skinny tire bagger breakdown. Tell you everything I have into it. All right. Just me.
Yeah, that's the way they did it, but I mean, I can't handle that. So I'm gonna try and talk him into just leaving that frame the way that it is.
Hey, Root. So yeah, guys, it's cold in the back of the shop. As you can see up there, everything's uninsulated. It's like 20 degrees outside, and by the time Monday rolls around, I think the low is supposed to be like 0 or 1. It's cold. It's I'm from Michigan, but you can still see my breath inside. But we got this little heater. Our buddy Greg had this laying around, and we're borrowing that from him. But we got all these bikes inside. Let's do a little breakdown of where we're at on the skinny tire bagger, what's left, because we got about 3 weeks to Daytona, and this is not good bike building weather when you're trying to do all this and freezing your butt off. So I made a little list on my phone. I'm going to kind of be going through that and everything of what I have into this bike. The cost of the bike, this is a 2003 Road Glide. I picked it up for $2,000, and it does have a rebuilt title, you know, so it's been previously wrecked. You can definitely tell that this paint, the silver, is definitely a different color than the side cover Anniversary. Like, this has a lot of metal flake, this is really pearly. So bike's definitely been wrecked. The front fairing, the gas tank, you know, rear fairing, all that stuff looks like, you know, it's all been repainted. Bike had an issue when I bought it, so it was just dumping fuel. Like, one of the injectors was hanging open. The previous owner put injectors in it and messing around, and I ended up putting a new ECM in it. I got an ECM out of a 2005. I paid $180 for that, used from a junkyard, but I'm still questioning if it's right, because the 2003 you couldn't read your codes through the speedo, and the 2005 you can. And the one time I did ride this bike, it had an issue with communication to speedometer. So I really hope that this ECM works. I haven't flashed my power vision to it yet. Wheels and tires. We got the 21 3.5 DNA Manhattans. We got the 18 3.5 DNA Manhattans in the back. Those are about $450 a wheel. And then I paid $300 to powder coat them. The 130 60 21 Cruise Tech front tires about $175, and then the 150 70 18 rear is about a $250 tire. So wheels and tires, $1,625. Chain drive, that's not completed yet. Between the sprockets, 150, spacer 30, the chain 100. Did the Jim's Mega Nut, which is a, you know, for your front sprocket to keep it from cracking and backing off. That was $80. And then Bare Knuckle Paul's new axle lock system. I don't know if you have seen Bare Knuckle Paul's new axle lock. So it goes behind here, and then it's actually a bunch of half moon shaped. That should be coming in the mail soon. So when we get all that, I'm gonna be putting on the oil pan and finish the chain drive. Brakes, oh wait, so chain drive I have, and the axle locks I have $585 into. The brakes, used front rotors. Those came off my 2018. And then Brembo calipers. And then a brand new 11.5 rear rotor. So that is a, in the brakes I have $625. Oil pan, so I did the Baker +1 oil pan, which is the rear pickup, and a True Track, you know, that keeps the back end of the bike stable. You can buy those on truetrack.com, get the pair of them for $695, or you can buy just the True Track from them for $200, and then you can go to Baker and get the pan for $599. So $695 in the oil pan and the True Track. These 14 and up saddlebags, I got those for $200. Rear suspension, 14-inch Racing Bro shocks with the rebound adjustment is what I did. You see, if you can see them up in here, they have a little rebound adjustment at the bottom, 14-inch tall, and then a 1-inch longer kickstand. Not quite in here yet. Everything should be coming in soon. You know, just waiting on a couple packages between the whole weather and everything getting so cold down here. Some of the deliveries just haven't been happening and everything. So between the shocks and the kickstand, I had $600 into that. The front suspension, so the Geezer Glide trees, those are $700, geezerglide.com. The factory 23.5-inch tubes and the damper rods and the top out springs and the fork oil locks, I paid $100 for that, all used. The black fork sliders, I got those also for $100. And then the Race Tech suspension is $275 for a total in the front suspension of $1,175. The front fender from Clockworks, we have the slicer for the 21. I don't have it on there right now. That is a $360 front fender. And then the windshield from Clockworks, this is a 8-inch light tint flare with a bunch of dirt specks all over it. So that's their light tint. That's $180 windshield. The key relocation, $26. It's for like a 91 and 93 FXD. So, all right, we are at then the gauge relocation. So this is my machinist gauge relocation. Where I talked about it before. We're working on setting up a website. It should be mymachinistdesigns.com. But currently, if you're in a rush, find them on Instagram, My Machinist. All right, so this top gauge mount for 2013 and down road glides, that's $225. And then the Power Vision mount that goes on T-bars, that is also $225. And then the actual Power Vision is $400. So between the gauge relocation and the Power Vision, we have $850 into that. Handlebars and grips. I have the 12-inch LA Choppers bars. These are the one-piece cage fighters. Entered up the throttle cables that were on it and the clutch cable that was on it with when I bought the bike were good. I had to do this brake line that just had to go from here to there. Because Geezer Glide with the trees provides the rest of the split on the bottom. So that Biltwell grips, those are like $20 Biltwell grips. The ODI tube, no loser stuff. The ODI tube, because to run these grips, there's a tube on the inside that lets you run your throttle cables. The ODI brand one is about $50. It's all aluminum, it's super nice. And then the brake line, between that fitting and that line, I have about $30 into. So handlebars and grips, grand total $380. The cam, so we did the 525 conversion cams. Those are $360. The chain, the gears, oil pump, and the cam plate for the 2007 and up that I put in my last video, got that used for $100. The lifters are about $160 new. The push rods and tubes I bought used while the push rods are used. The tubes were new. Have about $90 into those. 100th anniversary swag. So I found this gas cap cover with the 100th anniversary, and I got this air cleaner cover. The bike already kind of had this, and I need to replace that bolt. Already had those things, but I paid 80 bucks for those because we're gonna kind of roll with the 100th anniversary stuff. So $80 into that. The seat, this Drag Specialties Predator 3 with the gray stitching, double diamond. That seat's about $360. And then the dash extension. So when you run some of these dashes, the seat used to go up to right here, and then you get that dash extension is about $30. So 390 bucks of the seat combo. And then lights. So lights we're working on. That's not on the bike yet. Got some stuff from Custom Dynamics. I'm gonna try these out. So these are they're micro bullets. So these ones have front amber and white LEDs. So kind of like the new bikes where it goes from white to amber. But these things, you know, I guess compared to my thumb, they're pretty small. So we're gonna do 2 of those up front. And then they have the same thing right here in the back. So we're gonna do 4 of them back here. I'm just gonna put them up off this chrome area, and then we're gonna delete all this stuff. And then I also got this brake and license plate light for that. So we'll do a lay down plate, brake and everything. Where's my list? My list. So between the license plate frames, about $100. Those micro bullets for the rear are $60 for a pair. The micro bullets for the front are about $160 for the dual ones, and then the module 70 bucks. So grand total in the lights, because this already had a LED headlight, so I'm not changing that. I have about $450 into that. So if my math's correct and we added this up as we go, I still need to do paint, exhaust, and tune, and I am in this bike for $11,111. So the skinny tire bagger build off has a cap of 14,000, or some people have said 15,000. We're gonna be below that because we just got to do paint on the bag, side covers, front fender, match the anniversary paint, exhaust, and a tune. So we should be well below the mark. Everything break down. Yeah. So if you guys like it, like, comment, subscribe. It's kind of a talking video, but this is the old skinny tire bagger. So take it easy, guys. Are you cold? It's freezing in here, man.
This is Texas.
Yeah, I thought this was Texas, man.
You're not supposed to be having this kind of shitty cold weather. I mean, and what happened? Like, it's been fine, and then we had this freak snowstorm last month that was real snow, like real snow. People were freaking out, and then now we have this rogue ice storm for a whole week. Yeah, global warming, it's not happening. Don't worry about it.